my kitchen. If you're new here, my name is Paula. Today I have a really delicious recipe. Maybe a little tedious, but this is a block of mozzarella. I don't buy small little packages of mozzie, and I haven't for years because we make tons of pizza. I make tons of different Parmesan dishes, so I like to slice my mozzarella into chunks, wrap it, put it in the freezer. Today, I'm going to show you how I make my homemade mozzarella sticks, or as we call them, mozzie sticks. Better than anything you'll buy in the frozen section. Those Farm Rich, or whatever that brand is, no comparison. When I had my restaurant, people would, oh, how good could they be? They loved them. It really makes a difference when you make them on your own. And we'll do that. Let me get my cutting board and knife set up, and I'll show you how it goes. Be right back. So I have my block on my cutting board. I prefer to use a serrated knife. I just find that it cuts better. I'm going to do a chunk that I'm going to wrap for freezing, just to get it out of the way, because I don't need to make mozzie sticks out of this whole thing. When I had my restaurant, I used the whole block. Let me see how many pounds this is. I used the 6-pound block to make mozzie sticks. Not necessary anymore, because I don't want them in the freezer that long. And even better, I was able to get the polio mozzarella. That was a dream come true. I can't get it out here. Okay, so we have one piece off. I'm going to do a piece about this big. I'm going to make mozzarella sticks out of this chunk. I'm going to cut these to put away. I will vacuum seal them in my food saver and keep them in the freezer. And I do, I might do, I'll do a small piece. And then this one I'll just make right in half. And these will get wrapped up and put in the freezer. Now this is just the beginning of it. So, you want it as uniform as possible. Let me make sure you're able to see what I'm doing here. I want to zoom you in. Nice and slow so that you don't get uneven. And I just find the serrated works best for that. Okay, so it's about that thick. And you're going to do your first one. You don't have to be perfect. I cannot say that enough times. And there you go. These are your mozzarella sticks. I'm going to do one more with you, then finish cutting, and we'll move on to the next step. Again, eyeball your width of what the stick will be, and nice and gently, I'm going to kind of turn it, push down, slow, make sure you're staying even from top to bottom. Don't worry if you don't, because I'm a crummy cutter. I'm going to level with you. So don't get upset if it's not perfect. And there you have it. So we'll finish these up and come back. Okay, so here we go for the fun part. I have 3 eggs beaten with water to make an egg wash. I have breadcrumbs. You're going to put your mozzie sticks in, give them a spin, let them drip, and into the breadcrumb they go. You have to do a double dredge because you want a good coating of breadcrumb on there. I try to do one hand for the egg, another hand for the breadcrumb. Also, I don't season my breadcrumb. I don't even buy seasoned breadcrumbs because I like to control what flavors go in. So if you want to use seasoned, it's all up to you. If you want to get plain and season yourself, that's fine too. But I just use plain old breadcrumbs. Going in for the second dip. And give it a spin. This was the job that no one in the restaurant liked to do. And we kind of took turns doing it. You kind of get into a zone and you just dip, dip, dip. Just be careful, you don't want to break them. So be as gentle as you can. And then put them on your cookie sheet or tray or whatnot, because when you are finished and you want a single layer, don't double them. These puppies are going to go into the freezer. And once they're frozen, then you could put them in a freezer bag and pull out what you need for your appetizer, or if you're serving it with dinner. My kids love this. I'll make marinara sauce. Usually we'll have spaghetti and we'll fry up some mozzie sticks. Your size, don't get crazy about it. It's okay. They don't have to be perfect. Don't have to be uniform. You are doing this by hand, so it doesn't have to be exact. You're not a machine like they do at the factory. So it'll be just fine the way you do it. You just don't want them too thin, because obviously you don't want them, even though they're frozen, you do want some mozzarella in that stick. for the second dunk, and then we'll do one more, and then I will finish these up and show you my finished tray. And you just spin it. You want to make sure it's completely covered with the egg. And then I just let it drip. And then it goes to the breadcrumb. What would happen is after a while, not only obviously the egg gets used up, but you also will start having breadcrumb mixture in the egg. And so it gets like a thick, pasty type of mess. And so you have to, if you're doing a mass amount, you will need to rinse out your egg dredge and do fresh eggs. But like I said, for the amount of sticks I'm doing, I did 3 eggs with water to make the wash. And you want to make sure they're coated nicely. Give a little tip on the top and the bottom. And there you go. Alexa, stop. Alrighty, I'm going to finish these up, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the finished tray. See you in a minute. Well, there you have it, friends. I managed to get them all on here, and it'll be fine. When it freezes, they'll separate without any trouble. I put it in, I leave it overnight. In the morning, I pop them into a freezer bag, and they stay in the freezer, and I pull out whatever it is I want as I need them. I like to use peanut oil when I fry. If I don't have it, I'll usually use my canola or vegetable cut with some Crisco for frying at 350, and you do it till it's a nice golden brown. You don't want them in there too long because the mozzie will start to come out, and it's okay if it starts to come out. Just don't leave it in there so it all comes out. But on Wednesday I am making spaghetti with marinara sauce, and I will fry up some mozzie sticks, and you will see how beautiful they come. Into the freezer overnight, into a bag. I will show you how I bag them up in the morning. Alrighty, friends. Catch you a little later. Alrighty, friends. Very quickly, they're all frozen. One nice sheet. I separate them, and I place them in the bag. And now they're individual, so when you want to make 3 or 10, they're not all stuck together. That's why I do it on a cookie sheet, single layer. And as you could see, the fact that they were close together didn't affect it. We get this all. And if they do stick a little, they separate. In the bag they go. And into the freezer they'll go. And then later on, we're going to fry them up. And you'll see the cheesy deliciousness that they are. Okay, we'll be back again. We're going to take 3 mozzie sticks. Dump right into the oil. The oil is still a little on the hot side. We want it at about 165. Turn it around. It'll bubble a little. The cheese will come through, but that's okay. Onto a paper towel. Take it away. Let that cool. And I'll show you the finished product plated. Let's see a nice, there you go. Look at that mozzie cheese pull. Go ahead, tell me what you think.
It's delicious.
There you go. He doesn't want to be on camera, but he thinks it's delicious. Okay, folks, thanks for watching.